Downtown Ashland, Oregon. Here's the plaza. The main drag up there. Visitors Bureau. Quaint little town. Population a little over 20,000. Been living here for about 7 years or more. In different parts of Ashland, of course. All right, and guess who's with me? Oh, it's the one and only Jet Dog. She's like, I want a drink, and I'm taking one now. Good dog. This big old antique fountain, huh? It's so cool. And there's a dude on top like a pioneer. Yeah, look at this though. This is interesting. Trippy. The protector of the fountain. Yes. Over here they got the famous Lithia Water fountains where you can drink Lithia water if you dare. It smells like rotten eggs, to be honest. It doesn't taste much better. It's got actual lithium in the water, but it's minute and it's natural, and Ashland's famous for this stuff. And just to prove it, if you didn't know about Ashland Lithia Water, there's all you need to know. Yep, this thing was installed in 1927. Crazy. Lithia water contains elevated levels of barium. Daily consumption not recommended. Jet Dog, what are you doing here? Why are you following me again? She's a nut, but she's obsessed with sniffing stuff right now. Let's go forward. Come on, Jet Dog. Let's go this way. We're gonna walk illegally across the road. Jaywalking is totally illegal here. My buddy got busted and got a ticket for it. Speaking of getting busted, ding 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 ding. No cash. You have to have plastic, sir. Come on. We're gonna take a little side road to Lithia Park, which is a very famous park, and no dogs are allowed, so people get really uptight when I bring my dog around the park. But I do have my little plastic dog poop bags, which they also make available everywhere. But we'll probably hear from one person saying, no dogs allowed. Yeah, I know. That's why we're on the sidewalk. But that happens often. I call them the poop police. Yep. See? There's your bags if you need to take care of your dog. Let's check out this little happening going on in Ashland, Oregon. I'm just getting done having an art show. Being held up by Jet, imagine that. Hey, a musician, yay, with a harp. So this is a world famous park. It was designed by one of the people that co-designed San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. Lithia Park has so many little waterfalls and just great parks. I think it's about 9 miles total, I'm not sure. But we can't go in there because no dogs. And I've got a mongrel on a leash. Yes, the one and only Corgi Terrier named Jet Dog. It's hard to get her out of the grass here. Come on, Jetty, let's go, please. Got to kind of nudge her along, and then she's cool. But yeah, there was a art show and a bunch of crafts going on today. And of course, a day late and $1 short. It's a big open field. Oh, being dragged by the dog yet again. Great eatery over there. Hey Jet, all you do is sniff stuff. That's all you do is sniff stuff. Hey you guys, who's the guy on the other side of this video and why does he have such an obsessive compulsion with filming nature and weird stuff? Come on, pup. Let's do this. Let's show people more parts of Ashland, Oregon. Jetto, come on, you're in the park, you're breaking the rules, dude. Jetson, come on, please. Great eatery. Now we're gonna walk by the water and we're gonna bless the water and thank the water as Grandma Aggie taught me to do. Get a better view over here. Come on, sweetheart. Let's go, dog. Don't want to get too close to the edge and drop my damn phone, so let's do this with both hands. Old school fence. So this is part of the old school downtown area that they're kind of changing up, man. The community center down there and one of the other little old halls is being either renovated or knocked down, I don't know, but they should keep some of that old history from Ashland. But you know how it is, everybody wants to just get rid of the past, and I think it's cool if they just build around the old stuff, but they tend to tear a lot of that stuff down. Those buildings right there, we did many community meals with the Southern Oregon Jobs with Justice people. You know, the houseless go there for meals and things like that. And then, well, a rich guy moved next door and was able to get through the paperwork and red tape of no houses allowed in the park, and he built a house, which I'll show you momentarily. And I said, well, it'll only be a matter of time before the houseless meals are shut down, because this guy is saying, oh, this is my neighborhood, I live here. And that's exactly what happened. So now they are doing things differently, and of course, what are you gonna do, man? It's happened in many towns where the rich move in and all the artist types, bohemians, and then people that are the salt of the earth people get kind of chased out or forcibly have to sort of leave because they can't afford it. But this is a beautiful park, I will say. It's one of my favorite places in Ashland, Oregon, is Lithia Park. Too bad we can't go in there right now, but I'm showing you all around different parts of this town in these little videos I put up. But see, they've got all that blocked off now, all these community centers that we used to have all the meals in right there in particular. But we had Bhagavan Das's birthday party at this place. I got to see Don Maddox perform at this place. I've seen punk rock bands and rock and roll bands perform, Grateful Dead bands, you know. And then this place here is super old, called Pioneer Hall. And that's where we did a lot of the houseless meals when we were doing that volunteer work. And of course, you can see the old sign up there still, Pioneer Hall. But see, I don't know if they're renovating or they're just going to get rid of it completely. But that moves us over here. Come on, Jet Dog. It's impossible doing videos with the dog. So this channel was created as a video place to dump videos that I'm not going to put elsewhere, but I thought were funny, interesting, or just, I don't know, worth sharing. What the hell, right? But check this out. Check this out. The house next door to this place is just a multi-million-dollar house, to put it mildly. It's expensive, really beautiful, but there was no rules here that allowed houses to be made. But this guy is connected to one of the biggest car dealerships in Southern Oregon, and his family has a lot of prestige, I guess, in this town, and a lot of say of what goes on because of the money factor. So he was able to get this house built, and now you're going to see what that house looks like. I mean, some of these trees alone are like, you know, some of the trees that I saw before they were planting them in the yard were like, you know, $5,000-$10,000 trees. Check this out. Starting there, look at this property. This is all owned, and there's gates right there, big gates, see? Barbed wire on top, looks like, yep. This was just part of the park, and now it's a home. Look at this place. Look at this place. It's a freaking fortress. And it's all got all this natural stuff that they planted to where it's kind of hidden very well. So it almost looks like some kind of zoo or park house or something, like a place where it's part of the park, but it's really not. It's a private residence. And these people were able to get like these homeless or houseless meals shut down and stuff here, and they caused a lot of noise complaining about it and stuff, and it's just too bad. But look at this place, man. It's just incredible. Every single place and plant on this property is super, like, wealthy. Look at that. It continues all the way there, down to there. So yeah, because of that property, there's been a lot of problems down here with gentrification and whatnot. I'm sure that the people that are not so into people that are on the streets, I'm sure that they probably see it differently. Those people probably think, oh, let's get these vermin out of here, all these, you know, poor people and all this and that. But really, people are people, man, and it takes a village, you know. Oh, Jet Dog is forcing me down here. Should we take a walk down the rocks and go hang out by the creek, guys? We certainly could. Beautiful, beautiful place. Great day today. It's like in the 70s here in Southern Oregon. We're about 15 minutes above the Northern California border in extreme Southern Oregon, and a beautiful place to live, and quite expensive place to live, I'll give you that. But it's really cool. Look at this place, man. It's just amazing. And then you look at the waterfalls down here. Great place for kids to play, or adults too. Supervise your kids, parents. Supervise your kids at all times. We're living in some crazy days, man. Don't trust. Just be cautious and defensive, and make sure that you're kind, but don't be fooled by kindness. Look at that. They're doing some work around here, unfortunately, but yeah, it's cool that they still have it open for public use, right? There's another cool bridge that goes into Lithia Park, which is a very big park, like I say, with many hiking trails. You could easily come across a bear or mountain lions, who knows. It does happen, just not super regularly, but it does happen. I think we should probably go back this way, because Sister Tracy, we just kind of left her at the holistic medicine business. She's looking for some medicines we need. We'll check out this creek for a minute.
I'm going to go down, but you guys are going to stay up here.
Beautiful, huh? Yeah, we could just keep walking and walking for probably a few miles, and it eventually hits a place called the Fairy Ponds, which the tourists don't know about. Really cool place that's hidden, and often you'll go back there and you'll see people practicing full nudity in the woods, and it's shocking if you're not used to it, but then after you live here for years, you see it all the time, and it's like, okay, well, there's naked girls on the rocks doing yoga. And what are you gonna do? You know, you don't sit around like some freaky weirdo and stare at them. You just say, hey, to each his own. We're all naked at the end of the day underneath our clothes, right? Who cares? So yeah, there's a healthy attitude towards that kind of thing on the West Coast. The Midwest, where I'm from, that would be more of a freaked out thing, and people would say you're a weirdo, but I don't think there's anything wrong with people coming out in nature and getting naked and communing with the earth. Not really. It sounds hippy-dippy. Maybe it is, but whatever. What is hippy-dippy? Hippie was a word created by the media and the government and stuff anyway. Look at that house. The same one I was telling you about. Look at that place, man. Wow. If I could even get the money that's worth a couple of those trees in that yard, I could get myself a brand new vehicle. Gosh. But yeah, they got these Japanese maples and all these other crazy plants, man, that are in that place. And the dog is holding me up again, like usual. Hello. Come on, Jet Dog. Yeah, I spend much of my time letting my dog smell stuff, because the dog psychologists say you're doing your dog a favor if you stop and let them take time to smell stuff, because that's like their whole world, essentially. Those dogs can tell the history of what's going on the ground, what dogs have been there, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole unique world that the dogs have. So I often stop and let the dogs smell stuff, because it makes them happy. Right, Jetty? Let's go. Let's go, Jetty girl. Come on. Come on, Jet girl. Come on, Jet girl. She's making the decisions. Come on, let's go, sweetheart. She gets spoiled. The problem with Jet Dog is she gets spoiled because I do let her take her time, and often when I'm walking this dog, we have nothing to do, so I'm like aimlessly just hanging out, and I let her lead the way. It's fun to see where your dog might take you, but then what happens is your dog thinks he has you trained or she has you trained, and so everywhere I go, this dog decides, no, we're gonna go this way. And then I have to like say, no, no, no. I get the ultimate say, Jet Dog, you dominant little canine. Anyway, we're heading back on the other side of Lithia Park. I'm signing off. Cheers.